오늘 할 게임은 아까 말씀드렸다시피 더 쉐이프쉬프팅 디텍티브 라는 게임입니다. 냠.
배드 나쁜 거에서 알을 빼면 길, 즉 무늬는 악길이라는 뜻이다.
아이씨 뭐라는 거야. 한국어가 있는 걸로 오케이 알고 있습니다. 사운드는 밝기를 조금 올려드릴게요. 뭐 소리는 영화는 원래 크게 듣는 게 좋으니까. 이거 다중 엔딩인데 오늘 엔딩 하나만 볼 겁니다. 나머지는 여러분 직접 구매하셔서 해보시는 거 추천드림.
You're listening to Radio August.
라디오
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of
도보타의
21-year-old Dorota
휴양
Shaw.
살인 사건.
Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief
지난밤
DuPont is
발견.
calling the crime a violent and despicable
추리
act.
게임이에요.
Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
팝콘 가져와. 안녕하세요.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
에이전트 X. 응. 오케이. 당신 누구세요?
Exactly. Rewind.
어? 되감기 된 거야? 네,
You're
실사
listening
추리
to
게임 같은 거 나쁘지
Radio
않음.
August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock
다른
and I'm
선택지를
Alice
골라야
Monroe
되나
with your
봐.
August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night.
이
Chief
컷
DuPont is
당했다.
calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline.
아니야,
It's
엔딩이라기보다는
horrible, Poe.
뭔가
Indeed it is.
선택지를 잘 골라야 되나 봐. 다시.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
아, 입을 다물 때가 언제인지 알아야 된대. 조용히 가만히 있어 볼까? 휴지통을 고르는 게 맞는 걸까?
You know why you're here, don't you?
당신이 왜 여기 있는지 알죠? 아니, 모르는데?
The dead girl.
죽은 여자.
And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught.
엥?
Do you think you can do that this time?
잡히지 말래. 너무 어려운 질문인데 못할 것 같아.
Splendid. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else.
가서
This
튜폰 반장을
person.
만나야 된대. 바로 이 사람.
This is who you are now. Understood?
이건 대답해줘야 되지 않을까? 하지 말까?
Understood? Splendid.
아이씨. 그래서 내가 누군데?
If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated?
뭐야? 방금 이상했어.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In Brighton,
어린아이로
August
변신하지 말라.
resident Mia French is
변신할
celebrating
수
the return
있나
of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old basset hound puppy was found
데릴스
outside
치킨은 미
Daryl's Chicken
레스토랑
and
근처에서
Grits.
발견되었다.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
좋아. 실내 신발 안
It's
신는 거.
priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
되는 대로요.
Yes, the chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
살인 사건이 방문자를 끌어들일 수 있겠디. 검색하지 말하지 마.
Sometimes we wish we'd asked something and the moment just passes.
살인자?
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
네. 반장님이라고 대물어도 되는 거야?
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
뭔가 아는 거 아니야?
Just finishing.
미래를 예견한다는 너무 이상한 말이지 않아? 그래도
You don't
골라볼래.
believe?
믿어요.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
브론윈. 만나서 반가워요. 전 쌤이라고 합니다. 내
Nice to
이름은
meet you,
쌤이었어.
If you'd like a reading.
이런 거엔 관심 가져줘야지.
So, what's your question, Sam?
제가 해낼까요? 뭐를?
The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall.
1번 방에
Greg's
있고
in
복도
2,
끝.
Lex is
레이는
in
2,
3.
렉시는 3.
Which room are you in, Sam?
말하지 않겠어요.
Mysterious. But I know you're in room 4, Sam. Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
Watching her
나는
with
4번 방.
calloused disapproval. The sight of the bird's claws, her mother's claws,
라디오 주파수
piercing
조정.
the chair's upholstery, pierced Penn's eyes. She didn't have to try anymore.
불 끄기.
Had to
불켜기.
do as she was told, like the good girl she always
퇴장.
was. Look at the baby, the parrot squawked. Poor baby Penn.
일단 방으로 가보자. 뒷문은 어딨지? 내 방에 뒷문 있다 그러지 않았나? 내 얼굴 좀 보여줘. 변신 불감 뭐야?
Tender, just thin skin
아,
and hard bones.
불을 끄고 퇴장한 다음에 방으로.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
변신하기 좋은 장소를 찾으래. 게스트하우스? 반장과? 뭐부터 해야 되지? 반장과.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
전 쌤입니다.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled.
목 졸려
I know
죽은
who
거야?
did it, but I need proof.
증거
Tarot
필요해.
readers.
타로 점쟁이들이 왜요?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying
아,
Dorota was in trouble.
브론윈이
I did my best not to lock her up.
걔가 죽을 거라고 예언을 했구나.
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
왜 그녀는 감옥에 있지 않죠?
Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside.
내가
and do
그
it.
안에서 뭔가를 찾아봐야 되는 거구나.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them.
오케이.
You don't have any real authority, understand?
나에겐 정식
But
권한이 없어.
you help me out, I'll help you.
정식 권한이 없대잖아.
You don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise. Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
일단 이걸 물어보자.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist.
줄리어드 첼로
Selected for a
장학생이었다.
scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
언제 살해됐죠?
Don't read the paper, do you?
9일
Yesterday,
월요일 밤
Monday
9시.
the 9th at approximately
9일
9
월요일
p.m.
밤
according to the
9시.
coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
도로타 어디에서
In her
살해됐죠?
bedroom.
도로타 방에서
She was naked,
알몸으로
strangled.
교살로
No signs of
살해당했어.
sexual activity of any kind. It
성행의
was
흔적은
a
없었고
weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me.
뭐가
Dorota
있는데
had a gold coin in her.
입속에 금화가 있었다.
I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
오케이 금화가 있었다는 건 비밀임.
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
말하지 마.
Look, if it's about the pills, I already know.
약? 약을
Not
하나
much.
본데?
Perhaps you should do some investigating?
이거를 물어봐도 될까? 어젯밤 알리바이?
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
퇴장. 게스트하우스. 반장도 용의선상에서 없앨 수 없어. 아, 내가 이렇게 변신을 할 수가 있구나. 바로 변신하지 말고 일단 바이올렛 거
I
먼저
assume
만나.
you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
응. 얘한테 과연 이런 걸 물어봐도 되는 걸까? 퇴장. 일단 방에서 듀폰으로 변신한 다음에
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
여기서 바이올렛
Who
만나.
knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
브로닌.
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious.
오케이, 나 말고 얘도 숨겨놨구나.
Grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night? What were you doing?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here. As
어제
always.
기억을 못하는구나.
How could you?
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
오케이, 퇴장. 그 다음에 방으로 얘로 변해서
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
이렇게 왔다 갔다 하다 마주치면 좀 애매할 것 같은데?
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble. I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. Why would
내가
I
왜
run?
도망가겠어요?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Even you look strong enough to strangle another. Even
내가
if I'm innocent.
결백하더라도?
My mind's not made up. I just don't understand why you'd broadcast your victim before you did it.
아, 그걸 방송에 내보냈나 보네? 레인이랑 만나보자.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
도로타에 대해
It's
생각해?
hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern.
얘는 한 명이 더 죽길
Do you think
바란다.
it's another right?
자기가 추리하고
Right.
싶어해.
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it?
버밍햄? 버밍햄에 대해서 물어보면 들킬까? 그만둬?
Stop it? Birmingham? Stop Birmingham? Stop it? Birmingham? Stop it? Birmingham? Stop it?
The Traveller? Dead Girls? Ring any bells?
말하지 마.
If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
연쇄살인 사건이구나. 연쇄살인 사건이야.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
괜찮지 않아.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only
걱정하는
if you
거야?
are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
허허. 방으로. 얘로 변신해.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
애들이 너무 다 애매모호해. 브로님
You
만나봐.
don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
괜찮습니다.
Okay.
Did you sleep well last?
어제 잘
Yes,
잤어요?
thank you.
I didn't see you yet.
허세 부리자고?
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
좋아.
I
어제
stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called
He came through the shadows?
What makes you think
왜
it's
그게 내 거라고
mine?
생각하죠?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
방으로 가. 레인 맞나?
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning?
여기 얼마나 더
In
있을
town?
계획이죠?
I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to
얘도
leave.
타로쟁이구나.
Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know? Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
왜 경찰이 브론니를 의심한다고 생각하죠?
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
대답 안 해주는 거야? 렉시 물어보자.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a?
어젯밤 잘 지냈어요?
The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this. I didn't see you around. But you weren't in this room. What? I didn't.
하지만
But you
당신은
weren't
이
in
방에
this room,
없었잖아요.
were you?
Oh no. Was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No. Yes.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
얘 손동작 보니까 얘 좀 이상해. 수상해.
Hi,
의심스러워.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
주폰으로도 한번 만나볼까? 주폰으로 아닌가? 너무 의심 주려나? 렉시 이상했어.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
왜 나한텐 싸가지 없게 굴어?
Tell me about Bronwyn. Why are you here?
지난밤에 뭐 하고 있었나요?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on her. Bron can vouch for me.
Why are you here?
어스틴 왜
Well,
있어?
it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone? What's wrong with the moonlight?
밤문화에 뭐가 문제인 거죠?
There isn't any. And sometimes a girl needs a party.
브로니에 대해
She's
말해보세요.
an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else
물병자리
do you know?
녹색을 좋아함.
Is she your leader?
그녀가 리더인가요?
Are you prepared to go
그녀를
to
위해 감옥에
jail
갈 준비가
for her?
되었나요?
Jail? What for? I haven't done anything wrong.
I don't need.
범죄를
Even
방조하는 것도
abetting
범죄예요.
criminal.
I'll aim and abet Bronwyn to the day I die, but she's not a criminal.
방으로. 쌤으로 돌아가기. 쌤으로는 좀 착한 척하자. 라디오는 왜 조정이 되는 거야?
It's more about what you can do. What do you think you might do with the mirror?
If I'm honest, at first because of the handle.
아 잠깐만, 라디오를 키면 다른 사람들끼리
mirror.
얘기하는 게 안
A
들리지
handheld
않을까?
mirror.
You're right. Well done, Monroe.
Wow.
프로님,
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
살인 사건 관련해 몇 가지를 묻고 싶어요. 근데 이렇게 이 사건에 관여하고 있다는 게 들켜도 되는 건가?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
살인자가 누구인지 물어볼 수 없나요?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
살인 어젯밤
In my
9시.
room, reading.
어?
I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
렉시랑 맞아 같이 있었다 그랬다고? 당신을 구해요?
She came to my room to chat for a little
아,
while.
얘네 둘이
That was around
알리바이
then, I think.
똑같다.
You can ask her.
이거 물어보자.
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
살인 사건인데 몇 가지
Chief
물어보자.
Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
그녀를 얼마나 잘 알았나요?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
살인을 예견했다는 점을 제외하고요.
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
같은
It
팀이래.
was cold. The room gave the impression of a fish tank.
렉시.
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa.
내가 볼 땐 얘가 제일 조속한데? 내가 볼 땐 얘가 제일 조속해. 어스틴 왜 왔어요?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards in rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
레인이 가자 그래서?
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
일이요?
I didn't say job. I said job.
뭔가 이상하다.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
브로닌에 대해 얼마나 잘 알고 있죠?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
이게 뭔가 이상해. 이거는 물어보지 말자.
You know the chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
얘 나한테 끼부린다.
Really? Because she is completely innocent.
신뢰감을 주자.
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the chief. And
이런
now you.
애들이 꼭
Sorry, I'm a
임포스터라.
bit nervous.
임포스터 아니야. 긴장하는 애들은 임포스터 아니던데?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
데스. 죽음의 카드.
Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time.
가장 위험한 카드가
The
뭐예요?
Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more
왜?
dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost.
도로타를 위해 5번 검 카드를 뽑았죠.
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know. Swords in general are bad.
아, 검이 나쁜 힘이구나. 어젯밤 물어보자.
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
엥? 손톱을 보여줘.
No, I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
어? 칠하고 지웠다고?
But the
말이
entity
안
did not
돼.
understand the concept of water or air, floating or standing, living or...
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
이 새끼 뭔가 재수 없어. 쌤,
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
살인을 어떻게 예견하셨나요?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
그룹 풀이는
The
뭔가요?
three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
특수 타로판에 대해 말해보세요.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
그래서 보여달라니까? 볼 수 있을까요?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
오케이, 브로닌한테 있다.
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented
아까는
musician.
잘 아는 척했잖아.
No, Not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
너 되게 이발할래. 너 되게 재수없어.
Spoken like the true killer. Posing as a detective, trying to frame someone else for the murder.
너 재수없어.
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
뭐가 효과가 없었다는
My
거죠?
prayer that the girl would be safe.
Perhaps starting with my brain, though it hadn't yet decided.
일단 브론인한테 가. 너한테 타로판 있다며?
Mercury. Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
물론이죠.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
거짓말해.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
옛날에 이런 점괘가 나왔을
He
때
wore torn
어땠는데?
clothes, held a cardboard sign in hand, and smelled of urine. The worm probed, and the worm.
바이올렛. 양 얘기해.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
조현병에 먹는 약이라고?
I don't know, Dr. Sam. You tell me.
다른
They're
게스트.
tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
그들이 왜 떠나길 원하나요?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
불황자?
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
조현병이 누군지를 어떻게 물어봐?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
얘가 조현병으로 죽였을 것 같진 않아.
I've driven by it, never actually been in it. Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
도로탄 희생양인가요?
A lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
불안한데? 도로탄 착했나요?
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
왜? 왜 천박하다고
Sorry.
생각해?
I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
누구? 남자친구 누구?
Oscar. Lives at the
오스카.
vicarage
새로운
next to the
정보 얻었다.
church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
This is a particularly interesting one. So this is coming from Marek.
방으로. 얘로 안 변했구나.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Now this in particular I think is very interesting.
프로님 만나.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
오케이.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
쌤이 우리에 대해 알고
Onto what
있을까?
exactly?
What we did last night.
우리가
The real
여기 있는
reason we're
진짜
here.
이유.
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
And never falling, and then never hitting.
Lex.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
왜 걱정해?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did.
이 말은 하지 마.
You weren't far off, I'll be honest,
이
Poe.
말을 하면
but,
오히려 의심받을 거야. 바이올렛 없어.
Firstly, the idea of a circus. Now, when you go to the circus, it's massive
잠깐만.
and it's a crazy experience, and some people love it, some people hate it. But what it actually relates to is being out of control.
얘로 변해서 얘가 남자친구 알고 있었잖아?
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
You mean,
아닌가?
there is,
오히려 살인범인 척하고
mistakes
걔를
are
만나러
high,
가야
yeah.
되나?
But what else do you need?
Oh yeah, you need to...
반장.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, no.
안 괜찮아.
I think I might. The new detective. I
불안해요.
don't feel safe. I think I might be the killer. I don't feel safe.
You can feel safe. I've already got somebody posted outside the guest house. It's an unmarked car. You know Danny, don't you? Leyland's kid? Any problems, you let him know. Off you go. I'm being subtle. I don't want to see you back here, okay? You got anything to report, give me a call. Any problems, talk to Danny. Danny.
Danny. 둘이
Danny.
무슨 사니?
I remember. Danny.
데니랑 보자.
We just talked about this. I said I'd post somebody this morning, and I did. Then I told you it was Danny. Take the pills, Violet. Take the pills.
You should always be receiving positive things in return.
오씨. 쟤왜
If
이렇게
you're a negative
예민해?
person, you don't necessarily need to give them.
Very good.
잠은 언제 자? 잠은 언제 자? 나 잠 안 자? 나 잠 안 자?
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to
잠깐만.
Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
도로타 쇼의
At the Tulip
공연이 원래
Festival.
이번 주였다.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but
원래
be on the
걔가
lookout for
축제에서
dark
연주를 할
clouds on the
예정이었는데
horizon,
살해당했어.
as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
다음 장 가볼까? 오스카.
Who are you?
전 쌤입니다. 살인사건 수사를 위해 쇼 집안에 절 고용했습니다.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
도로타랑 얼마나
Not
사귀었나요?
long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
누가 그녀의 이런 짓을 했는지 아시나요?
No, no one. She was really popular.
도로타의 부모님은 어떤
Not
사람인가요?
much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
부모님은 도로타 음악에
Yeah,
집중하길
I went round
바랬대.
there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5.
5시쯤 다른 쪽. 어젯밤 9시는 어디
Playing football.
있었나요?
It was just 5-a-side.
그럼 얘는 알리바이가 있겠네?
9:30. I called her, but she never picked up. What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place you could have hidden would be in the closet.
격장밖에 없었대.
I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
옷장 안에?
Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in.
거기서 해봤구나.
On all 4s.
이 새끼!
She had a few kinks, nothing weird.
변태?
Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you.
옷장 안에 뭐가 있었죠?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
퇴장. 뭐야?
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
언젠간 능력이 고갈될 것이래. 얘로 변해서
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
바이올렛 맞나봐.
Oscar Wainwright. What a surprise.
오스카로 뭐 할 수 있는 게 없나? 프로딘 없어. 레인도 없어. 얘들 어디 갔지? 렉시 방에 있나? 반장님 만나.
Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
돕고 싶어요.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why? How?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
그래요?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men?
얘 왜 이렇게 까칠해?
Do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now.
꺼져. 게스트하우스. 방에서 얘로 바뀐 다음에
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
브로닌으로 남자친구를 만나보자. 바뀐 다음에 얘로 만나보자.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
오스카.
Chief DuPont, there's been loads of people coming around asking questions. I don't even know half of them.
Did Dorota collect coins?
돌다 동전 수집. 아니야, 이거 얘기하지 마.
You said Rain might be worth investigating too, but he didn't have an alibi. What about the other one? Lexi?
You can check her out too. Doesn't seem capable. You can check her out. Doesn't seem capable. You can check her out too. Doesn't seem capable. You can check her out.
It's always the ones who look least suspicious that turn out to be the murderer in films. Not in real life though, I guess.
Bronwyn is still...
브로닌이 유력한 용의자예요.
Because she tipped you off? If I manage to get into her room, what am I looking for again?
Anything that ties her to the murder. You're going to break...
쳐들어갈 겁니까?
No, we talked about this. You said I could help, so I'm helping.
오케이. 오스카로 바꿔서 브로닌 방에 들어가야 돼.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
바이올렛한테 브로닌 방에 어떡하지? 브로닌으로 변해서 오스카를 만나볼까?
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
What did you tell the police? You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
쌤에게 버밍햄에서 있었던 일 얘기해도 돼.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes... You're right. You know
쌤은 사실을
Sam
확인하고
likes...
싶어 하니까.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
What did you tell the police you were doing last...
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading? The police think it's... When
언제
should
또
we do another
전개풀이를
reading?
할까?
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Ron, are you okay?
8시. 8시에 전개풀이를 한다 그랬다. 렉시.
Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
뭐?
Is something...
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voice...
바이올렛이 관음증이라 생각해?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to have?
숨기는 게 뭐야?
Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
아, 이거 질문하면 위험할 것 같아.
Why are you looking at me like that? Anyway, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our alibi?
우리 알리바이
I know
어쩌고?
you said it'd be better if we said we were together. Tell me about your alibi. That's pretty serious.
같이 안
Are
있었구나.
you sure it was a good idea?
No, we should do whatever it takes. No, lying makes things worse.
Then why'd you tell me to do it? We could have just told the truth. What will happen if they find out we're lying?
거짓말한 게 들통나면 우린 체포될 거지. 얘 겁먹자.
You
얘
know I couldn't
겁주자.
handle it. I'd cry so hard.
얘 겁주고.
I didn't see you here last night. I didn't see you
지난밤
here
여기서
last
당신
night.
못 봤는데요?
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
I didn't even know the girl. You predicted her murder. Who's more suspicious?
I'm true.
I didn't really know her.
진짜 모르나 봐.
I saw her pictures in the newspaper.
표정이 진짜
remember
모르는
what for
표정인데?
right now.
레인으로 바뀌어서
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
레인으로 브로님 만나.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
오케이.
What's the plan?
We
계획이 뭐야?
still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
설마 일반적인 살인 사건이
Then we
아니
have to assume that it's some kind of traveler.
여행자?
A traveller? Like in Birmingham?
버밍햄처럼?
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
버밍햄이 대체 뭐지? 버밍햄에서 대체 무슨 일이 있었던 거지?
What do you think of...
세리디
I'll
어떻게
totally hit
생각해?
that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam likes you too.
쌤도 널 좋아한다고 들었어.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
얘 공주병 아니야? 이렇게 쌤의 호감도를 좀 올려두고
Ah, Rain, can I help?
지난밤 일
Was there a
때문에
problem?
My tap was dripping. But I
오케이.
Dripping? Maybe I was in my bedroom.
어차피 기억 못하니까 거짓말해도 돼.
That's out of bounds to you.
방에 가서 이제 쌤으로 바뀌고 레인한테 가서 좀 들어보자.
Sam, what can I do for you?
어워스테 오기 전 어디 있었죠?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either.
거기서 대체 무슨
The
일이
problem with
있었는데?
travelers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
브로니님 범위에서 있었던 일을 나에게 말하라 했어요.
Well, that's just awesome, Sam. You won't mind if I check with her first, though, will you?
브로니님 아까 와서 말했잖아.
We're trying to save people. We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name. It's Lexi's thing.
렉시한테
I
가서 뭘
don't
좀
personally go near
물어봐야겠다.
them, but in this case, it did help. No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
전개판에 대해 얘기해보세요.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota.
어떻게 작동하죠?
Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future.
뭐라는 거야?
A time traveler who died here.
시간 여행이 진짜로 가능한가요?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
오케이. 렉시한테 가보자.
Hi Sam, back for more already?
거기서 상냥하게 구는 것 봐. 아까 내가 좋아한다 그랬다고. 전개판에 대해 말해보세요.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
알려줘.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
계속하세요.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
듣고 있어.
Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
그냥 개소리를 낭낭하게 하는데? 와.
I know. Mind-blowing.
여행자에 대해 말해보세요.
That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
레인이 나에게 얘기했어요.
What did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess she must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
이너서클? 얘네 명칭인가 봐.
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
달래주자. 거짓말을 한 이유에 따라 달라져요.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though. Cross my heart and hope to die.
도로타의 남자친구를
No, I
알았나요?
think Bronwyn met him though.
브로닌이 걔를 만났대. 왜?
You'd have to ask her or him. It's not my place to say.
브로닌한테 가자. 전개판에 대해서 얘기해보세요.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy.
에너지?
Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy. Like an electrical current
난 이
that
게임에
connects
집중하고
A
있어.
to B and lights up a bulb.
빠밤. 도로타의 남자친구를 알고 있나요?
Yes, he came to see me. He
왜?
wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
도로타 영혼과 접촉했다고요?
No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
왜 가짜 메시지를 만들고 싶은데 안 만들었구나. 왜 안 만들었어?
You lie once, and you just have to keep going, don't you?
왜 거짓으로
To
알리고
protect Lexi.
렉시를
None
보호하려고.
of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
레인은?
Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
매일 점괘풀이를 한대. 오스카로 변해서 레인 말고
Hello, I'm Rain.
레인으로 변한 김에 한번 갔다 오자. 브론윈이랑 렉시? 레인으로 할 수 있는 건 다 있구나. 오스카.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
프로님 만나러 가. 잉? 렉시로 바뀌어보자.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
공포는 아니에요. 브로님 만나.
Dorota had a boyfriend.
도로타에게
Oscar.
남자친구 있었어?
The guy I met this morning?
오늘 아침에
The one I
만났구나.
told you about. Yes.
그가 뭘 원했을까?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
용서?
Do you think he killed her?
그가 그녀를 죽였을까?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
바람 폈구나. 죽이진 않았는데 용서를 구했다. 바람 폈구나.
I feel sad for Oscar.
오스카가 정말 안 냈어.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
말해라고 했어야 됐나? 샘으로 돌아가. 샘으로 돌아가서 아니야. 브론님 만나지 마. 우리 택시 타고 갈 수 있었나? 브론윈으로 변해서 택시 타고 못 갔나?
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
택시. 오스카.
Didn't expect you to come back. Have you contacted Dorota?
No. Yes. She says you know who killed her. Yes. She forgives. No. Yes.
너를 용서한대.
You actually spoke to her? Did she say anything else? Is she okay? Who killed her?
It's hazy.
그렇대. 내가 진 건 그게 전부야.
That's okay. She forgives me. I guess she didn't have time to elaborate.
I'm sorry the police. Do you get on with Dorota?
우리 의견을 묵살한 게
It's
아쉬워.
okay. Just how did you know? How did you come up with a name and then she's gone?
How could someone even get into Dorota's bedroom? She's not gone. She's waiting to pass.
보통이 지나가기 기다리고 있어.
Waiting to pass? I don't understand. What do you mean waiting to pass? They haven't even buried it yet. Probably still doing forensics and horrible things to her.
어려운 말 하자.
Do you get on with...
Not really. Especially not now. They're convinced I got her into the wrong crowd or something. Am I really a bad influence?
Yes.
아니?
Thanks, Bronwyn. I know it's a bit soon, but maybe we can grab coffee sometime?
개새끼!
Just to chat about things.
얘 개새끼야.
No. Yes. Yeah.
I like you, Bronwyn. How about soon? How about tonight? I can come to the guest house?
Sure.
물론이지. 단추 푸는 것 봐,
No,
개새끼.
you can't. Sure.
So it's a date? Sort of. I'll see you soon.
데이트 대기.
Hi. Hey. Hello. Sorry, I'm not used to dating so soon.
I'm actually not in the mood anymore.
괜찮아, 천천히 해도 돼.
I wasn't sure I was thinking on doing anything, physical.
It's okay.
얘기는 하지 뭐.
Thanks,
침대에
Bronwyn.
앉아.
I'm still trying to make sense of it all. I noticed they've got some Earl Grey in the hallway. I know it sounds a bit rude, but I'd really like some if you wouldn't mind.
Actually, I don't like leaving people
사실
alone.
사람들이 내 방에 있는 게 좀 그래.
Well, what if I wanted you to leave so that I could make myself more comfortable for you?
Get out. I know what you're trying to do. Get out.
얘
I know
내
what you're trying
방에서
to
그거
do.
확인하려고 그러는구나.
I really don't think I'm ready for this.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Sorry, I don't know what came over me.
더 이상 하지 않을래.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go now. I can't do this.
도망친다. 더 해볼 걸. 더 해볼 걸 그랬어. 얘로 만나서 오스카만 보러 가자.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
아, 진짜 다 넘어왔는데 큰일 났다. 오스카한테 가면 오스카 지금 막 깜짝 놀라 있나? 아이씨 안 나오네. 까비.
Why is Sam still questioning me? Do I need to bring up Mr. Hedges again?
헤지스 얘기?
Are you threatening? Are you
지금 저
threatening?
협박하는 겁니까?
Excuse me? Of course not. We just agreed that with the meds I'm on, stuff like this might get out. Remember?
브라운님.
You have a recognizable knock, Chief Dupont. I'll remember not to answer next time.
Do you know Dorota?
도로타
I've met him
남자친구랑 아는
once,
사이인가요? 단 한 번뿐이에요?
Unless I've got a body double walking around. Yes, just the once. We talked in confidence. You'll need to ask him if you want the juicy details.
사실은 내가 네 대역 써서 오스카랑 그럴 뻔했어. 미안해. 이제 끝나려나? 오스카. 브로니는 왜 만나러 갔죠?
That's personal.
브로니니 도로타 접촉하길 바랬나요?
I said I don't want to talk about it.
도로타 따로 얘기를 한 적 있나요?
No, not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff. Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn?
너 근데 걔랑
That's disturbing. That's impossible. I don't think those two ever met. Why would she say that?
괜히 던져봤나?
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
헤지스 씨는 누굽니까?
Violet told you about Mr. Hedges?
아니요.
Why are you lying to me, Sam? Nobody else knows about Mr. Hedges, and neither do you now.
오스카는 어젯밤에 축구를
Yep,
했고
that's what you told me too. Not a suspect.
당신 용의 선상에 누가
The
있죠?
tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
도로타 가족은 어때요?
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
부모가 충격받아서 갔구나. 우리가 뭘 알고 있죠?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name.
오케이.
The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it.
버밍엄 조사해보자.
There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange.
이상해.
Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
조명 받아서 머리 익었나 봐.
You're just going to sit there and fidget.
퇴장. 라디오.
After night, when she finally had enough.
바이올렛 떼꾸. 오스카가 도로타를 죽였다고 생각해요?
Vicar's son.
아 목사들이야?
No, as far as I can tell,
목사들인데
Oscar
아니야
is
전혀 안
people.
착하거든?
But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam? The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
왜 도로타를 죽이고
She
싶어
flaunts
했을까요?
herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
당신은 도로타에 대해 많이 알고 있는 것 같네요. 그들은 누구를 노린 걸까요?
Ask Zach Weston. He took them.
자크 웨스턴.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
자크 웨스턴 보러 가자.
At Weston's Photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
어떻게 그걸 알고
I have a
있죠?
good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
퇴장.
A final bedfellow. Pills don't hurt, right?
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between 2 cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
포와 먼로. 수사 계속.
Rewrote the note, redid.
다음 장.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update.
저녁 7시.
Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Home. A louder voice.
자크.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
당신이 자크 웨스턴이요?
Yes. What do you want?
쇼 집안 사람들이 저를 고용했어요.
The Shaws. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
도로타를 만난
I
적이
see a lot of
없다고요?
faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
이제야 기억을 한다고? 어젯밤 어디 있었죠?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
늦게 그걸 확인해줄 사람이 있나요?
Only the roof rats.
도로타의 사진을
For the August
찍었다고요?
Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
스튜디오에 왔었나요?
No, I went to her house along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
얘는 그럼 도로타 집에 대해서 알고 있네?
Nisha was a reporter.
Nisha.
She can confirm all this.
그때만 도로타를
No,
만난
actually,
겁니까?
I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session.
스튜디오 촬영하려고
Wait
왔었대.
there.
사진 보여주려나 봐.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
첼로, 여자. 무엇을 본다고요?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
죽은 사람 가지고 성희롱하는 거야? 이게 왜 다 제정신이 아니야?
What do you mean?
내 말 무슨 뜻인지 아실 텐데요?
I don't think I like what you're implying, detective. Is that all?
바이올렛 갤러하고 친구라고요?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
얼마나 좋은데요?
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that.
둘이서
Frosty exterior.
둘이서 둘이서 그거구나.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Look like lizards with a hat on.
Yeah, I mean, you were making a very good point there with the alien look. But it's quite an ancient...
자크 웨스턴에 대해 다시 얘기해봅시다.
Do we really have to?
네. 당신과 사귀고 있다던데요.
Is that what he calls it? I'm not sure what we have, Sam, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have it.
뜻밖의
Being
갈등?
with Zach is no paradise, I can tell you. It's like his reproductive genes rule every decision he makes. I just want someone who will hold the door open for me, bring me tea in bed.
뭐야 깜짝아. 넌 누구니?
Do you have an inkling what this might be?
So, what I can see here
넌
are
누구야?
3
복도에서 이상한 여자를 봤어요.
attached to what
복도에서
looks
이상한
like
여자를 봤다니까요?
a square.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
The bells are very cute.
렉시.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
I want to say a Christmas tree, but I feel like...
Well, these are
레이.
very...
얘는 왜 안 해? 그래서 버밍님에서요?
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham.
머큐리 때문에
We didn't know
갔다.
what for. We never really know what for.
그
But we
점괘판이구나.
turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
그것?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The traveller wanted 3.
여행자는 3명을 원했다. 희생자 3명을
You should
원했다는
ask
거구나.
Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
여행자애들
I guess
말해보세요.
you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
다 왜 악마들이죠?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons.
여행자들 우리 안에
Yes.
머무른다고요?
Disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
쉬운 말로 하면요?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
잡을 수도 있어?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
자크 웨스턴 혹시 알고 있니?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota.
도로타는요?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that
안녕하세요.
means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Sooner or later she would,
오케이.
and there would be a tidal wave to feast upon.
방으로 가서 얘로 바뀌어서
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
The demon could
바이올렛
only
만나.
enjoy that girl trapped in.
Zach,
표정 봐.
what are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
다른 사람이 날 만나는 게 왜 싫어?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure.
우리가 아직 괜찮은지 확인하고 싶었을 뿐이야.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like.
어떤 사람들?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
도로타 얘기하러 왔는데?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like.
어떤 애였는데?
She practically threw herself at you.
아, 나한테 들이댄 거야? 아,
Why'd you think that?
왜 그렇게
The
생각해?
boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You saw the photos?
사진을 봤어?
I've seen all your photos, Zach. All of them.
pain
뭐 있다.
from the
뭐 있다.
demon's
뭐 있다.
whispers
뭐 있다.
around her hollowed out heart. He gave her a moment of
뭐 있다. 쌤으로 되돌아가서
She knew where this sickness was going as easily to the end, and she was
바이올렛
afraid
만나면
as
얘가 또
much
뭐
as calm.
얘기해줄까? 안 해줄 듯.
I know I love it, but I don't need it anymore. When I'm
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
아, 오스카
I can't
범인으로
believe
지목
people
안
are gossiping
해서
already, Poe.
It's always the
없어졌구나.
person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to
제가
the murder, this
변신할 수
weekend's
있어요.
Tulip Festival has been
저는
postponed.
사람의
New dates will
얼굴을
be announced
빼앗아서 그
soon.
사람을
The
변신할 수
weather's
있는
getting
능력이
worse
있기
tonight with
때문에
heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you
변신해서
might want to
수사를
take a
계속하고
jacket
있습니다.
or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
다음
Sam, I've got news.
뭔데?
We've done a reading.
So 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
지팡이 기사다.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
그러네.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
앨리스
agent.
번호가
It needed an
죽는다고?
audience, and they made it.
판장 맞나?
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me. We've got a new target, Alice Munro. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
He didn't.
앨리스.
You must be Sam.
앨리스 이쁘다. 눈
You just got off the
뒤딱커.
phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
눈 겁나 커. 도로타 아는
Yes.
사이인가요?
We were friends.
친구 맞아? 친구라고 하는데 왜
I
이렇게
hadn't known her
애매모호해?
for long. Only a few weeks.
어떻게
We met at the
만났어?
gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the
얘
show.
아나운서잖아.
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie,
앨리스 먼로.
that sort of thing.
포와
Then she
먼로쇼.
kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
어?
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she She didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Uh-huh. 다른 건요?
I said some guys like to watch. So tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
어?
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
오스카는 어젯밤 축구를
That
하고
doesn't make any
있었어요.
sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
오스카가 당신들이 알았나요?
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way.
당신하고
This is
도로토랑
just between
사귀었다고요?
us, right?
그래야 우리만
We
아는
fooled
거예요.
around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the
맞네,
radio,
아나운서.
I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
어울렸다?
I'm not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other. Multiple times.
Shit!
We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. Can't we be both, Sam? Poe's his radio name. He's actually John Poe. He's on air now, but you can come back at 8:30 if you want to see him.
용의자가 점점 생겨나.
On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
어? 자크는 또 사진 찍었어?
No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift.
봐봐.
She looked amazing. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
당신은 뭔가 불안감을
I don't know
느낀다는
what.
뜻입니다.
I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
제가 뭘 하면 좋겠습니까?
Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt.
퇴장. 뭐야? 왜?
Sam, you forgot your phone.
창문 내리고 주면 되지. 문을 열고 줘.
Heading for the door, she turns around
미친-
one last time.
미친 거 아니야?
Be careful, she whispers.
앨리스 원로를 아시나요?
Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
그녀를 만난 적 있나요?
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing.
다른 건 없나요?
No, she is my type though. Type of model. I'll ask her about the boudoir shoot again.
뭐 이상해.
Know that voice. I turn and see Vanessa upright on the couch, just like before I shot her. I believe you, I say, looking
방으로
at
가서
You're only alive because we want you to be.
앨리스.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
앨리스로 가서
I knew I had a reason for wanting her dead. I point the gun at
택시
her and
불러서
sneer.
자크 만나. 없어.
More onomats. I lower the gun.
반장 만나. 반장도 없어.
Silly. I mean like this. She curls a finger to beckon
오스카는 만날 필요 없잖아.
towards her because I
그러면
wanted to. It's your lucky day, she says. Yeah, you know what?
비밀보다는
She was right.
변신이에요.
I just got away with murder.
그러면 자크로 변신해.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Me on the cheek and gives me a gentle push.
일단
Now,
바이올렛 만나?
I need to talk about Ellis Monroe.
앨리스
What
먼로
have you been
얘기해.
doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing? What have you heard?
무슨 얘기
The
들었는데?
tarot readers have predicted that she is the next victim. Do you think we should do something?
어울리고 싶다고?
Is that really all you think about? Starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair, Zach. Does this look red to you?
발가락 이뻐. 발가락 왜 이렇게 이뻐?
Out late. The youths nodded to each other, took final swigs from their cans of
택시
beer, and
불러서
strolled
앨리스 만나.
Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so unless there's anything else.
Pose for me.
날 위해 포즈를 취한다고?
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just
그냥 단추 몇
Are
개만
you
풀어봐.
bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
빡쳤다.
So I did it. Long after midnight, I went down to the churchyard where the winos hung out. There was a good chance one of them would be sleeping it off in some quiet, sacred corner. I found...
방으로 가서 샘으로 되돌아간 다음에 샘으로써
It changed my life. Music...
바이올렛 만나고
Excellent work. Gold star for you.
얜 누구야?
Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter.
아, 실제
Sophia.
있던 애야.
She's only 9 and she's a math
귀신인 줄
genius.
알았네.
Hello. I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone.
다들 진짜 다 범인
Otherwise,
같아.
I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name?
Sam.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
응. 좋아요.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship.
엥?
She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
앨리스 먼로
Of
아니야?
course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
애도 제정신 아닌 것 같은데? 그녀를 만난 적 있어요?
Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something.
왔었다고?
Don't remember now.
기억이 안 나?
As I can.
외계인 언급은 하지 말아보자.
Out there, it's a chill night, and there's...
그러닌 앨리스 먼로 얘기를
I heard on the
해보세요.
radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though.
어? 앨리스와 도로타는 어떤 관계였죠?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
둘 다 살인범과 아는 둘 다 빨간 앨리스가 빨간 머리였어. 앨리스 빨간 머리 아니지 않았어? 얘들아? 나 기억이 안 나. 빨간 머리라고?
Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead.
레인이 말하길 당신이 위시킹에 대해 알고
A
있다던데.
little bit. What did you want to know?
위시킹이는
A
뭐죠?
rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
성인식?
Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it?
왜 이전에 희생자가 3명이었죠?
3 is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel.
나 얘네 이름이 점점 신빙성이 가. 당신 도움이 필요해요.
Yes, of course. Anything.
바이올렛이 뭘 하는지 잘 보세요.
Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you?
그게 제가 알고
Leave it
싶은
with me.
겁니다.
I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
자크 웨스턴.
No. I can do a reading if you want.
네. 나 너무 타로에 맹신하나? 형사인데?
Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
네, 도움 안 됐어요. 이건 물어보지 말자.
Relationships have foundered on this rock. You won't let anyone get close to you is a phrase
렉시.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
정말 돕고 싶나요?
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do.
당신이 할 일을 얘를 자크 웨스턴한테 붙일까? 어떻게 생각해? 자크한테 붙이자.
Who's that?
동네
Is he a
사진작가예요.
suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
Others there are out there. How many beasts?
레인. 범인형 얘기 좀 더 해봐.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. We couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
징조가 있지 않았을까?
The butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveller. I know the name. She's off the radio. Hard to get away from it in this town.
I take my time, leaning forward.
다 만났지. 방으로 가서
Hello, I'm Violet.
바이올렛으로
I'm Violet.
Making him speak.
자크를 지크? 자크? 자크
Sorry.
롤캐릭인가?
I don't smoke.
이름 뭐였지? 자크 맞지?
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of the rota.
I don't want to see pic.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
이상한 게 있냐고? 첼로와 소녀라.
Holding. What do you
뭐가
see?
보이나요?
Beautiful lady. I can make you look like that, Violet. You just need to let me.
얘 좀 이상해.
I relax and open the gates. Let the Slayer come through.
판장 맞나? 판장 없네?
The Terminator or Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson or all 3 combined takes control of my body and pours through it. The wild exhilaration.
바이올렛은
Or
얘들 못
even though
만나나
I'm
보다.
writing Pillion.
브로타.
Hi.
아,
I'm
브론윈.
Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
브론윈.
His elbow blood gushes from his mouth and nose.
레이 만나.
With the spray and feel his neck break under my
렉시 만나.
hand.
Bron, what are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
생각해보자. 우리가 이전에 어떤 시도를
A few
했었지?
times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them.
그들이랑 얘기를 했나?
Please don't kill that person. Okay, thanks. Oh no, look, you killed them anyway. You know that doesn't work, Bron.
난 어떤
I
사람인데?
tossed the body away,
내가
expecting
어떤
it to flutter in the air,
사람인데?
the torn wrapper of a toothsome morsel.
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
타로가
I'm
앞으로
not
일을
one for
예측할 수 있다고
mystics in
생각해요?
crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
It says you're lying about your.
So, no. I don't believe.
오케이.
Bus. A thin
그러니까
drizzle mist
타로는
the
안 믿으면서
streetlight.
별자리 믿네? 되게 이상하다 얘네. 레이.
Hello, I'm Rain.
쌤이 범인이면 좋겠다고. 아니야 그럼 내가 범인이잖아. 안 돼.
I wait in the rain.
브라운윈.
What is it, Ray?
나의 계획이
You
있어.
do. Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with
앨리스는
us.
우리 함께 있어야겠지?
Maybe.
주폰 반장.
With his track record, I'm pretty sure he'd like to lock Alice up, you know, for safety. But it probably would break a couple of Geneva Conventions, even if it was for her own good.
The muscles taut with
나
cramp.
우리랑 같이 있었어야 됐나? 애들이 다 말이 다 틀려. 행동도 다 틀려. 나랑 있을 때랑.
Did you miss me while I was
와
gone?
얘는 온갖 남자한테 다 끼부리네.
So,
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
쌤이
what's
어떻게
Sam going
할까?
to do?
I believe Sam is going to save Ellis. According to the Ouija, this could play out in a lot of different ways, but mostly saving Ellis.
어떤 다른
Ellis
방법?
could run, Ellis could die, Ellis could be saved, mistaken identity, someone else dies. There's a lot of noise coming from the beyond, but it's not just a load of voices saying Ellis will die. Sam's got this.
얘는 나를 왜 이렇게 많이 믿어?
I know I can't
천박하다
resist the
했던
Slayer's
것
needs,
좀
and I have
미안해.
no idea how long it will
스리끼니.
continue, so I am left with the image of myself.
천박하다고 했던 것 좀 미안해.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
This would allow him. He was looking forward to a
공포
good
게임은
long
아니에요.
Lexicorn, how thin are these walls?
자기 얇대
I can hear
무슨
you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
무슨 소리를
What did you hear?
들었는데?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Because you're immortal.
난 절대 죽지 않으니까?
I am Bronwyn MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod, and I am immortal.
이거 영화 그거구나. 영화
Silly
패러디.
badger.
영화
Listening
패러디.
to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe.
놀림 받았어.
Our job is so
우리는 너무
Tell
스트레스가
me about
많아.
it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why don't we just quit?
우리가 그걸 왜 하는데?
For me, it's a common decency thing. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Did you know the Earth was overrun by transdimensional evil? Want to help fix it? Sure.
비꼬는 거 되게 잘한다.
Transdimensional evil?
I'll read the manual, Lex.
매뉴얼이 있어?
People are afraid of ghosts, zombies, and aliens. They never even think to consider the possibility that there are millions of universes, potentially with millions of predators, all far more evolved than we are. What are our chances of victory? minuscule. But if we don't fight at all, 0.
왜 살짝 그럴듯하게 말하냐?
I wouldn't if I were you.
Hi, violin.
Then it had been easy to say then. Now.
강으로. 오케이. 앨리스.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
만나. 1층 가서.
Noon, she'd taken one of Mother's
바이올린
favorite
만나.
lemon
치정
biscuits.
싸움.
13 again, sucking on stolen sauce packets from the school canteen. Hard. The gnawing emptiness of the house was bad enough without the gnawing.
치정 싸움 조졌어. 얘는 할 필요 없을 것 같은데.
That cost Penn her books and a few items of clothing.
다음
Even
안
so,
뜨네.
animals were cheap.
자크도 얘기 끝났고.
One kind would do.
오스카 못 만나고 오스카는 이미 용의선에서 벗어났어.
Smug expression. The same petulant squawk.
아직 안 한 게 있어.
Penn didn't bother with the cage.
이거 얘기를 해야 될까?
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
본인이 납치되었다고 생각하나요?
Do you think you're sitting here now? Perception is reality, Sam.
다른 사람에게 이 얘기를 한
I
적이
needed
있나요?
to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont.
그 다음에 약 먹는 거구나.
And now you.
외계인한테 납치됐다고 생각해서 지난밤에 납치됐었다고
Why are
생각하나요?
you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
무슨 기억인데?
I don't really want to.
얘기해봐.
About a month ago,
한 달 전에?
the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. Cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue.
피맛이 아닐까?
And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
처음이요?
It's happened 5 times. Even on clozapine.
매번
That's a strange
납치된다고
aura
느끼는구나.
then. And gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal.
다 잊었다고요?
No. I have certain flashbacks.
플래시백 현상? 자세히 알려줘.
It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others' heads.
설마 얘가 죄수들이라고? 얘가 세 번째 그건 아니겠지?
Experimented on. They rearrange us like decorations. Suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts. Bruises. Memories.
There are
불안해.
infinite realities,
뭐지?
he said. And we...
It's 9 o'clock and
Okay,
you're listening
다음.
to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
저 새끼도 수상하단 말이야.
I die.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
치려고 할 수도 있지. 어거스트에 대해 말해보세요.
You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
더 말해보세요.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town.
이거 되게 나 계속 듣다 보면서 느낀 건데 BGM 되게 디아블로 배경 같지 않아?
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't
디아블로 마을에 있으면 나오는
The ship was
BGM이랑
sunk on
되게
the
비슷한
rocks just off the
느낌이야.
coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in.
얘 생긴 게 범인 같아.
No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet.
먼로 양을 싫어하는 사람이 있나요?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea.
포와 먼로?
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
무료 라디오
Uniting
프로젝트는 뭔가요?
August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
아니면 먼로가 그 여행전데 자작극 같은 거 하는 걸 수도 있지 않아?
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
도로타 쇼를
We
아세요?
interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
타로플에서 그게
Tarot.
나왔어요.
Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
어떤 신사요?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. We've
먼로랑
worked
가까운
together for
사이였나요?
years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
다른 사람과 데이트하진
I
않나요?
believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. On
그런
that
거
note,
치곤
I should
자크한테는
probably
마음 안
get back to the
열어주던데?
booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, Detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Because they're busy. They're busy in his dream.
They are, and they
감동하나.
said, and you said that the sharks don't seem to notice you because you're just carrying on as normal. But Marek, what I'd like to say to you is that maybe you're worrying too much about these negative people. If what you
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you?
괜찮아요?
Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Lexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far.
여자애 죽을까봐 이렇게 슬퍼하는 거야? 너 이래놓고 범인이면은
Baby,
진짜 나 배신감 개오질 거야.
if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her.
안녕하세요.
We need to.
바이올렛 행동 잘 지켜봤나요?
She's definitely got a monkey on her back.
무슨
I saw her
뜻이에요?
get changed. She's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her. What the hell happened to her, Sam?
다른 건 없나요?
Yes, I managed to sneak a look at her
했구나.
laptop. She's been Googling Alice Munro.
아이언님 호스팅
Started to avoid
감사합니다.
mirrors in fear of catching a glimpse of himself. A pain.
레인. 여행자는 어떻게
Honestly?
찾죠?
You don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives.
안녕하세요. 그들이 도망가게 할 수 있네요. 그들을 죽일 수 있네. 죽이는 건 불가능할 것
No,
같으니까.
but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble.
그들이 갔는지 어떻게
We'd
알 수
do a
있나요?
reading. Mercury would know.
아 얘네는
On
너무
the morning of
타로쟁이야.
his 249th
너무
day on the
타로쟁이야.
moon,
너무 타로쟁이. 모든 걸 다 타로로만 하려 그래.
I found out he's a creep. He basically put the moves on me as soon as I walked through the door. You
미안해요.
knew? Heads up would have been nice. Anyway, I did find out one thing that's pretty damning. He has a massive collection of books about serial killers.
연쇄살인범 책이
What's that
많다고?
about? He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help.
좋습니다.
Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you.
제가 질문을 해야 하는 거 아닌가요?
This is just a general reading. You don't need a question.
카드를 섞어야 되지 않을까?
No. The Two of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to?
얘가 주작한다.
Maybe someone you've met recently.
주작한다. 주작한다.
They're lovers. I did not expect that.
이 건방진년.
It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing. If you want it to be.
나한테 끼부리네?
And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire.
야 밑장 빼기 하네.
I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow. What an interesting reading.
완전 얘는
Does
주작해서
it mean anything to you?
내가 얘를 사랑한다고 믿고 싶은 거 아니야? 어이씨 내 스타일 아닌데? 일단 이걸로 해놔.
You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam?
오케이 호감도 좀 쌓아놨어.
is it really wise to send more probes down the hole?
얘 이제 이용할 수
Dimitri
있어.
asked as they went
조금
over
더
their
이용할
plans.
수 있어. 조금 더.
The 3 other scientists
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
시간 여행자의 존재를 확인하지 말래. 설마 내가 시간 여행자인 거야? 얘로 변해서
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
meet him with
먼로
concern.
만나러 오자.
I'm not sure that's wise, said Dr. Remington.
John, I'm gonna be fine.
and his eagerness for a breakthrough
나 만나는 거
that prompted
피했어.
the eyes of the others. I will, he insisted. I'll do it. The three scientists all looked at each other.
I'm sorry, can I help you?
I've...
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
I'll just be up.
제가 도와드릴거든요.
No, not really.
Right, Dr. Sheffield, you're all hooked up and ready to go. The crew member
나한테 관심 없어.
shaft. Dr. Remington had initially objected to using the feeble apparatus, but when no alternative had presented itself, Dimitri had once again insisted that he be strapped in.
고민된다.
Dimitri took a deep breath. Let's do it then. The three other scientists standing behind the table with monitoring equipment each gave him a nod, and with that,
졸리긴 한데
Dimitri
이번 챕터는
disappeared into
끝내고
the
자고
depths.
싶은데.
Dr. Sheffield, do you read?
이번 챕터는 끝내고 자고 싶어.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm.
근데 할 게 너무 많아.
Dr. Yutani sounded tired. Besides, we don't want.
레인,
What can we do?
앨리스를 노래
Haven't we done enough?
물어둘까?
Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it.
이 현타 왔다.
We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do?
I'm pretty much just going to pray in my room until it's all over, like I always do.
Me and Lexi should
나랑
join you.
렉시가 너와 함께 할게.
No, I need to focus. Don't worry about me, I'll be
얘는 왜
fine.
계속 혼자 있으려 그러냐?
You and Lexi should stick together.
The rest was inaudible.
허허.
I was just tugged around.
세상에.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarot Taz. Stay with me.
타로 타즈에 접속해.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
일단 얘 알리바이 만들어주고.
Dimitri slowly rotated on the rope to inspect all sides of the tunnel.
아, 안 이상해 안 이상한 애 한 명도 없어. 레인.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Not much to see here, just more smooth black surfaces.
렉시.
Hey.
How's the Ouija?
Full of annoying voices that aren't helping me. I've only just got back from the photographer's place, so I haven't had a chance to go at it yet.
나에 대해 뭐라고
I
해요?
didn't ask it about you. Do you think I should?
No. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty, stay there, and I'll think of a question. Okay, let's see. Oh dear. I asked it if you were still the same Rain I knew and loved.
He placed the piece of paper over the etchings and proceeded to rub it
왜
with the
질문을
pencil,
자기 혼자 정해?
copying all.
It's getting closer, isn't it?
What do you think this? What's getting
뭔가
closer?
가까이 다가오고 있어?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Alice. I can feel it.
얜 진짜 영역 있는 거 아니야?
Do you think this John Pope?
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
그러니까 앨리스
So it could
작가
be him
도로타랑 되게 친하긴 해.
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
Overcome by a sudden and severe dread, Dimitri frantically jerked on the rope.
얘로 변신해서.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Coming from down below. As Dimitri's heart was beating in his chest.
브로닌.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
얘 무섭게 자꾸 왜 이러냐?
How do you know it's?
얼마 안 남았다면 어떻게 알아?
Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveler nearby.
No. How do you know?
이 모든 걸 너가 어떻게 알아?
But I don't recommend you try it.
얘도 약했어?
Do you
너도
really want to
약했어?
hear this? At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off.
얘네 다 약쟁이네.
The party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though. People looked like tiny rainbow outlines, and I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person, and suddenly there's only an outline. That's what I see. But you,
약한 거잖아.
no drugs for you, young lady.
와, 나 이런
Tea
스타일 제일
and nothing
싫어.
else, all right?
자기나 막 약하면서 이것저것 술 먹고 막 담배 피고 다 하면서
Was a concept to be closely
막,
associated with wickedness.
야, 그래도
Something to be
이
punished.
나쁜 건 너는 하지
So-
마라. 그러면서
Aliens.
꼰대
Violet.
아니야, 꼰대.
What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens. Ray, why do you pray for them?
Because the Traveller is so powerful. It inhabits you, and you remember nothing.
아무것도 기억 못한다.
It goes on a killing spree, or worse, and you're held accountable. I pray for the victims, and for forgiveness, and for the unlucky person that becomes its vessel.
기억 못한다는 게
been a
포인트?
vessel?
Lex, I don't know what I was doing the night Dorota died. I don't know. I don't remember. I was in my room. I was praying. But then I woke up and my hands hurt. My hands hurt. Don't you tell Bronwyn. She's got enough going on. Don't tell anyone.
아무에게도 말 안 할게. 나만 들었어.
Violet and alien.
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens?
Strange, isn't it? Why would an alien decorate? Perhaps an alien that's not an alien?
If it's a traveller, why August? If it's a traveller, why is it strangling people?
Well, it's a right, obviously. But the alien Violet's talking about probably isn't the same traveller. Perhaps this is something new we haven't discovered yet.
아니 얘네 다 약했나봐 단체로. 얘네 다 단체로 그냥 약하는 거
He felt
아니야?
like he was going mad.
그래가지고 괜히
Nothing made
헛소리
sense.
하고
He
기억
just
안 나고 막
wanted to leave
그러는
this
거 아니야?
nightmare and go home. But home was a million. Him. As the murmurs grew louder, Dimitri was almost able to make out
그냥 다
individual
죽여.
words.
이거 말하지 마.
Ears to make it stop, but the nameless voices only grew more incessant, hounding of their words. This is how you die. Dimitri tried to scream, but there was no sound. He reached for his throat and felt his skin.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
어. 레인에 대해 뭘 알아냈죠?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist.
디용?
Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About
언젠데?
3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know.
아니
That's
떡밥이
10
너무
o'clock with
많잖아.
Poe.
한 개만 말해줘.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe?
아, 경찰 못 믿어. 마을 떠나는 거 위험해. 집에서
Monroe's a
지켜주자.
local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
앨리스 내가 같이 있어줄게요.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
최선을 다할게.
That's all I needed to hear.
이랬는데 죽는
Thanks
건
for staying with me,
아니겠지?
Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm
내가
glad you
통로가
are.
되는 건 아니겠지?
It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it gonna be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to wait?
괜찮을 겁니다.
I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably gonna have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me.
기다려요.
That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
내 뒤에 있어. 뭔데? 내가 얘를 지킬 순 있는 거야? 난 내 능력 못 믿겠는데? 앨리스 어디 갔어?
Alice, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too.
그러니까
That's 11 o'clock
숨으라고
with
했으면 얘
Poe.
죽었겠지? 숨으라고 했으면 죽었을 것 같아.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you.
어? 내가 다음
I don't know,
타겟인가요?
Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
왜 나죠?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target.
안돼.
I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive? This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet.
Uh-huh.
You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
힌트?
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
도로타랑 같이 있었으면 알리바이가 확인되지 않은 사람이 있다고? 다 없잖아! 아니, 다 없었는걸? 일단 레인 알리바이 없어. 자크는 그냥 얘는 내가 볼 땐 또라이 같아. 바이올렛은 난 레인인 것 같은데? 레인이 손이 아팠대. 아니야, 근데 레인은 내가 싸우면 이길 수 있을 것 같거든? 레인이랑 바이올렛은 이길 수 있을 것 같은데 자크는 못 이길 것 같아. 아니 근데 레인이 제일 수상하긴 했어. 자크는 애가 너무 피지컬이 좋아 보이잖아. 근데 자크도 그거 없었어. 아니야, 기억 잃은 사람이 바이올렛, 자크, 레인이야. 바이올렛도 기억 없잖아. 자크는 기억은 있긴 하지만 자크는 알리바이가 없어. 아, 어떡하지? 바이올렛, 자크, 레인 셋 중에 하나인 것 같은데? 아, 내가 중간에 선택지를 너무 많이 놓쳤나봐. 근데 레인도 알리바이가 없어. 얘도 방에서 기도했다 그랬잖아. 바이올렛은 자기가 기억이 안 난다 그랬고, 자크는 그 뭐라 그랬지? 계속 거기. 야, 근데 여행자는 기억을 잃는 거 아니야? 그럼 자크는 본인이 어디 있었는지 기억을 하잖아. 그럼 레인 같아.
Rain. Agreed. He's got no corroborated alibis for any key times, and he's one of those tarot muppets who I suspected all along. I was right when I said Bronwyn, because I knew it was one of them. I just didn't know which one. I'll pick him up. Just be careful tonight.
그리고 얘네 타로쟁이들이 가는 곳마다 살인 사건이 벌어졌잖아. 물론 코난도 그렇긴 한데 김전일이랑.
Sam, you asked for these earlier. Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it.
아, 개무섭게.
Night.
아니, 그냥 사실 얘가 조현병이라 죽인 거 아니야?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
나 죽어서 살았어. 2시 14분. 나 그냥 이날 밤 잠 안 자고 버티면 안 되는 거야?
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Oh, shit. 이겼나요?
Enjoy the journey, Sam. Don't think of things as ending. Something new is beginning. Rain is locked up. He's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one.
설마.
I still can't believe it was Rain. I suppose nobody is immune. And now we're one short.
설마, 에이, 설마,
Sam,
설마, 에이.
come with us, please.
에이.
We could really use someone like you and, well, just, will you?
내 고향은 이제 어거스트예요. 물론이죠. 아, 설마. 아니야, 나는 어거스트야.
I thought you might say that. I'm going to miss you, Sam. We're all going to miss you. Are you sure I can't change your mind?
네, 안 바꿀 겁니다.
Well, if you ever do change your mind, give me a call. My number's in your phone already. You shouldn't carelessly leave it lying around so much. Bye, Sam. For now.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good.
아니야.
Real good.
그때는
You win.
너를
Alexi hug.
그때는 너를 잠깐만. 그때는 그냥 너를 수사하기 위해서.
Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
좋은 말이네요.
I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
범인 잡았으니까 이제 너 볼 일
Sam,
없어.
I guess you're on your way now. I don't often thank my guests, but thank you. Didn't think you had it in you. Well, I at least thought you'd run away at some point. But you didn't. You stayed. You've made August safe again.
과연 안전한
If you ever need a
동네일까?
place to stay, you've got one here.
내가 볼 땐 어거스트는 불륜과
If I have room
치정의
available, that is.
동네인데
Take care, Sam.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad there's someone like you around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me. That's easy for you to say. Look what you've just been through. I'd have been dead a few hours ago if it wasn't for you. But you're right. I am strong. I will be fine. But I like having you around, Sam. I hope you're staying.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty
뭐야,
convinced
여주
herself.
공략하는 게임이었어? 내가 지켜줘서 쟤 나한테 반한 거야?
Sam, I don't know what you do or how you do it, but you get answers that most people can't. Can't have you work at the station for obvious reasons, but I do want to work with you. Sam, these are for
나
you.
경찰 되는 거야?
It's a little office just next door to the laundrette in August. August, you're home now. We want you here. And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be.
나
You're a
설마
good person, Sam.
살인 사건
At least
연루됐던
that's
사람인 거야?
definitely how it looks from the outside.
뭐야? 나 그러면은 마지막에 말했던 게 그거네.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old.
그거네.
I love
마지막
playing
얘기
cello,
들었어?
and I just been awarded a scholarship
그녀는
to Juilliard.
당신이 온 후에 죽은 게 아니라
I just
당신이
love
오기 몇 분
cello.
전에 죽은 거라고.
I love all
그럼
string
나는 이미
instruments, but
살인
cello
사건에
is rich and deep and
끌려가지고.
soothing, at least to me.
얘 죽기 전에 한 인터뷰인가 보다.
Cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible.
아무튼 그래서
I think
내가
people
살인
make
사건 용의자로
mistakes.
체포됐는데
They do
여기
things they
와서
regret and they
사건을
say
해결하고
things
난
they don't
용의자에서
mean.
풀려난 거야?
I want to go
근데
back in
결국에는
time.
진짜 그 외계인이란 게
I want to
있었던
make
거야?
better choices.
아니면 내가 선택지를 그렇게 골라가지고 외계인이 있었던 거야?
You know why you're here, don't you?
아 깜짝아. 아니요?
Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well?
아니요?
Augmentation.
어?
Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
뭔데? 3.14가 뭔데? 여러분 3.14가 뭐예요? 바로 모잉이의 생일입니다.
Debriefing 3204 Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human?
나는 사람이 아니죠.
Do you have feelings?
모릅니다.
Then we'll need to work on that. Do plants have feelings?
없죠?
Splendid. I've burned down a rainforest. Does that make you happy? Splendid. I've killed a serial killer.
아, 난 감정을
Does that
느끼면 안
make you
되는
happy?
거구나.
Interesting. Could be old school Prime Directive. Could be evolving. Ship it.
실어보내란 게 무슨 뜻이야? 나 실험체인 거야? 그렇게 따지면은 나는 감정을 못 느끼는 실험체인 거고 그러다가 내가 진짜 살인을 했을까? 살인을 했기 때문에 그 장소에 있었겠지? 그래서 이쪽에서 그걸 수습을 하려고 나한테 난 감정이 없으니까 살인사건에 대한 그런 걸 아무것도 못 느끼는 거야. 그러니까 얘가 어거스트로 보냈나? 근데 별로 추리하고 말고 다 사이코들밖에 없었잖아. 이거 봐. 봐봐봐. 다 사이코밖에 없었어. 죄다 사이코잖아. 건너뛰기 생겼다. 개찝찝하네.
You know why you're here. The dead. And this. It's a rhetorical question. You're going to... Splendid. We expect you.
I'm Violet. Yes.
이렇게
It's just you
해가지고
and
다
some tar-
물어볼 수가 있구나.
Yes, the man. Chief Dep- You look lost.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
아, 얘네랑 안 엮이면은
Pleased to meet you,
그 외계인 초자연 현상 같은 거에
That
안
sounds-
엮이나 봐.
I'm in room 1 and... Good.
Ancient times, why might people wear this?
Would they tie it around themselves, perhaps?
잠깐만.
Attach it to some leather, maybe?
내가 시간 여행자 아니야?
Yeah, again, it's a theme that we've visited before in our shows.
잡히지 말라
It's a
그랬잖아.
Bronze Age amulet with 3 circles. It was excavated at Brindley Hill, the site of a standing circle within August. You might have seen it. Legend says that it wards off evil spirits while traversing the ley line network.
Well, I wish we could give everyone in August one of those.
그것보다는
Pose curiosity shop.
한글 패치가 너무 발 패치라서 너무 짜증났어. 해석하기가.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Arms wide,
유저
read by
한패를 써야
Adam
합니다.
Day. From this height, nighttime London
아니 그
sparkles.
쇠맛은 뭘까?
Arms wide, I dive from the roof of the Mandela Tower block. Gravity accelerates me towards the
이거를
pavement.
건너뛰고
32
가면은
stories below. Tenzin taught
다른
me that
사람을
the
범인으로
secret
지목했을 때 그 사람도
was to never
과연
hit the ground.
내가 안 죽고 살까?
There's a blue steel dumpster at the back of the Dreamtime Hotel on 39th Street, Queens. Was home for a while. Woke up one morning to find Tenzin rooting around in there. Words were spoken. Fists were raised. The truth is, there was enough food for 2, and I needed the company. Between us, we slept in shifts to guard that dumpster and chase the rest of the street off.
여기 아까 누가
spring,
투수가
We
이거
lucked
할인
out with a
게임이냐
broken fire
그랬잖아.
door,
여기
easy
보면은 그거
access to the
있어.
stairwells, the room service
이거
cart,
할인
and a
게임이에요?
roof with a view to die for. In our idle chatter, I pieced together fragments of Tenzin's story. A former monk, expelled for some scandal involving a woman. I guess that's how most of them fall. He had wisdom, though. Of that I have no doubt.
할인 게임 맞는데.
The night Tenzin left, he taught me how the universe worked. I closed
아니
my eyes.
애들이 너무
The
다
concrete rises up
이거
to embrace
이거
me.
너무 공감 가.
There are infinite realities, he said, and we always exist in the
전체적인
one
분위기
we
사운드,
believe is
연기자의
most true.
말투통, 외모 모든 것이
The
플레이어
roof of the
본인에게 정신적으로
Dreamtime
몽롱하게
Hotel
합니다.
was
우리
littered with
플레이하면
Tenzin's
정신병
white
것
cigarette
같은 얘기.
butts, like scattered
느낌이에요.
finger bones. He gave me one long final grin, and I believe I'm
정신병 걸릴 것
immortal.
같아.
I watched him jump, red and gold robes billowing in the wind, shimmering into nothingness long before the ground. Scent is always the first sense to return. Salt air assaults my nostrils. I
레인이
arrived with the
맞대요.
cacophony of traffic, stood upon the side of the Golden Gate Bridge, the sun sliding into
범인을
the
맞게
Pacific,
골랐고
the view
범인을
is
잘못
breathtaking.
고르면은 배드 엔딩 루트로
still not
간대.
home. I climb over
레인이 맞대. 잘 찍었네? 아니 근데 손 아프다 그럴 때 너무 이상했어. 갑자기 뜬금없이 나 어제가 기억이 안 나. 범인이 바뀐다는 말이 있는데 여기 리뷰에 보면은 한 명으로 레인으로 고정되는 그거 버그가 있나 봐요. 그러니까 손이 아프다는 게 너무 빡셌어. 이런 미친. 아 그래서 궁금한데? 그래서 과연 내가 그거야? 내가 진짜 시간여행자야? 아니면 스토리가 어떻게 되는 거야? 이거 다회차 해야지만 스토리 확인되나 보다. 이런 쉬브랄 게임. 이거 다월차 해야지 되나봐. 잠시만요. 아, 범인이 바뀌네. 패치 이후로 범인이 바뀐네. 아, 2회차 엔딩을 해야지만. 이 2회차 엔딩을 해야지만 좀 어느 정도 보인대. 이런 시부랄. 유튜브 보는데 해석러가 없어. 이 2회차 가냐고요? 아니, 2회차 가기엔 내가 지금 너무 피곤한걸?